Easy for it. So it's time to welcome to the studio our first guest, Hannah Huber. Hello, Hannah.
Hello.
Hi, from the Amsterdam Academy.
That's right.
Which is a cultural and intellectual platform, if I'm correct.
Yes.
With the purpose to engage and integrate the international community.
Yes.
Right. Do you know what that means, Nicola?
I'm sure Hannah's going to tell us all about it.
Well, I first want to thank you for having me here tonight. And Amsterdam Academy has a lot of similar goals to Broadcast Amsterdam. It's an intellectual platform, a cultural hub to bring internationals together with knowledge sharing. So it's also a way to integrate the international community and connect them to local Amsterdammers who have something special to share, knowledge to share. Maybe they just published a new book or have some new research. Or examples would be a total photography workshop, for example, and a panel discussion on Start Your Own Business 101 with 2 success stories, just to give you an idea.
So the international community, is it divided over those who offer something and those who attend?
Those who give and those who take.
Those who give and those
Yes.
who take? Yeah.
It is. There's a lot of Dutch people are involved,
Yeah.
newcomers. There's internationals that have been here for 10 years that have something on offer, and some that have only been here for 10 months. Actually, one of your guests recently on the show was one of my former guest speakers, Theodora Vautza.
Oh.
So that's just, it's a mix of, but it's just, the idea is to bring people together and share knowledge.
So are you then simply a broker, so to say?
Yes, you could see it like that. And my inspiration actually comes from Het Parool newspaper, just reading everything that's on offer in the weekend newspaper. And unfortunately, if it's not in English, then I try to contact the person and say, maybe you could give the same talk in Dutch, or sorry, in English, if it was in Dutch. Of course, places like the Bali and the Rode Hood, they all have things in English on offer, but this is just to up the offerings a bit more.
So it's also a really good integration tool.
Yes.
And it involves panel discussions, guest speakers, workshops and seminars. And you have quite a few events going on at the moment, don't you?
That's correct. There's a lot of exciting things going on this month. For starters, we have a kickoff event next Tuesday, the 17th, at Jam Workspace, which is also a shared workplace for expats and internationals and Dutch, a place to meet and work. And that's called the Amsterdam Housing Market, renting versus buying.
Ooh.
Always a good topic.
Yeah. Divides people in households, mine included.
Yeah, and I'm amazed at how many people are signing up to come, and it's a free event, and so it's going to be a lot of fun.
And I hear the drinks are on you guys.
That's right. Gotta get a way to get people to come, so that'll hopefully help. And
So Hannah, the Amsterdam Academy, is it in one location? Is it like an academy building, or is it everywhere around town?
It's everywhere around town. It depends on the event that's on offer. For example, the Media Funds is hosting our event at the end of the month on the 31st. On the Herengracht, and that is the rise of online television, comparing the U.S. situation to the Dutch situation. So it's also going to be an exciting event.
So that's about your Amazon, Netflix, YouTube, that kind of TV.
Yes, yeah, correct.
Interesting.
So Hannah, you could say this is an educational initiative in a way. Do you have experience in that branch?
Yes, I actually ran a study abroad program here in Amsterdam for the past 8 years before starting this. So I had a group of about 65 U.S. college juniors over here in Amsterdam and helping them connect the dots and integrate into the local community. And what I love most about my work there in that organization was finding guest speakers and arranging courses and ways for them to integrate during their time here in Amsterdam. So I took everything I loved as part of that job and changed it into Amsterdam Academy, offering something for a different audience. So not just U.S. college students studying here, but newcomers and in the international community as a whole. So
it sounds like a natural transition, but if I were to ask you, I mean, why do you do this? Was it just because you were in a similar job, or do you have an objective with the Amsterdam Academy, a personal objective?
My personal objective is to find ways that people can integrate more and share knowledge and have face-to-face contact. We're all living in busy times now. We're super overwhelmed with all the communication mediums out there. And I think now is a very important time for people to go back to that old school face-to-face contact, meeting up in a room together and sharing knowledge with each other and learning from each other, inspiring one another. And that was always my main criteria, is inspiration, just to get inspiration from others, to share that inspiration. And so I feel like all the guest speakers, all the courses we have on offer, that's really the basis.
And you were inspired personally by a certain book, right? I was reading on your website.
That's right. Robert Putnam, Bowling Alone.
It sounds so sad, doesn't it?
Yes.
Bowling alone. Oh, I threw a strike. Oh, nobody there to witness it.
Yeah, no, it's always left a big impression on me. It's a book we had to read as part of the Bachelor's in American Studies. And Putnam talks about how there was a major decline in parent-teacher organizations, bowling clubs, bowling leagues in America once they were popular in the 50s. And just a slow decline of all this feel of community. And you can kind of sense it's coming back, especially online communities, of course. But I still would like to get more of this face-to-face community. Neighbors helping each other out, people sharing information with each other, and one connection leads to another. And
in a way, it's interesting. On the one hand, you have these social media that keep people inside their houses. But on the other hand, it's also a facilitator for such meetings. Take, for example, the meetup.com.
Yeah.
Right? That otherwise would not have been possible, I suppose.
Yeah, and I must say the meetup.com, that's a majority of the people coming to my events I found through meetup.com, which is...
There you have it.
Yeah, no, it's there's so many people looking for an experience together to meet up. And
so you're saying face-to-face is really important because that allows people to have discussions and then I guess develop insights and exchange opinions. But how do you know that is really what happens during the Amsterdam Academy? Is it not just somebody telling something and people just sitting there? How do you make sure that people talk to each other?
I think mediation during the talk is very important. The questions you ask, trying to spur people on to make the right connections and follow up on putting people in touch afterwards is important. A great example is a woman came to the talk I gave, our panel discussion a year ago, Start Your Own Business 101, 2 success stories with 2 women that became so successful with their business that their husbands started working for them. And they shared their stories, and there were 2 people in the audience that were so inspired that they started their own business then, just based on that panel discussion, and is now successful. So it's
amazing. Well, there's lots going on at the moment. Intuitive painting sounds quite interesting to me, and then also Dutch language lessons for those wanting to brush up on their Dutch, photography, and music coaching.
Yes, that's right. Chamber music coaching. So there's something for everyone.
Can you highlight one of the, as a closer of this interview, one of the upcoming events you're really excited about?
I'm really excited about the Media Funds event on the 31st of March. The new director for Media Funds, Ruud Bierman, is going to be there. He used to be the director for NOS, and he's going to share the Dutch side for what Netflix is doing to the Dutch public. And then a former colleague and someone who gives a course on media is going to bring a bunch of American students there as well. So hopefully they'll mix and mingle with the international community. So.
And lastly, do you pick the topics because you like them, or because you think people will like them?
It's a mix, and I need to do a survey actually and get some more input. But yeah, I'm usually always interested myself.
Very exciting, Hannah. Thank you so much. If you want to check out the Amsterdam Academy, then first you can go, of course, online to amsterdamacademy.com or on Facebook, facebook.com/Amsterdam Academy, and then hopefully go and meet Hannah in person and all the other people attending, because it's all about the dialogue and the face-to-face contact.
Thanks,
Thank
Hannah.
you.